I slept till 8 this morning. Let's talk about being moms who sleep in and some of the habits that help me do that. Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Micaela and I talk about all things motherhood. I really want to help you thrive in motherhood and find more peace and more joy in your life as a mom. So I share a lot of practical tips, how to simplify the things that we can, and a lot of mindset tips, how to depend on God and get your mind in the right place so that you can enjoy motherhood more. So I slept in until 8 o'clock this morning. I know, I shouldn't rub it in. That's not my life every day, but at the time I'm filming this, the time just changed last weekend and my kids have been sick the last few days. So we've all been just loving our sleep and it's the best. So I have been wanting to make this video because I want you to know you're not a bad mom if you sleep in and if you wake up with your kids instead of before them. Before we get into it, I'm just gonna mention, if you're sitting here watching this thinking I really need to get up and go do my dishes, but I'm just gonna watch one more video, I actually have this in podcast format as well. I will link it below so you can go over there and listen to it, no video, just audio, so that you can get something done while you're listening. I really, really value sleep. I love sleeping, okay? And I find that by sleeping in and waking up with my kids, we're still able to have the mornings that I want to have and have peaceful, calm mornings and just enjoy our time together. Of course, for context, I am a stay-at-home mom. I have a 9-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So we're not needing to get up early and kind of rush out the door. Obviously that would change things, but we have the option of having sweet, slow mornings. So I take that opportunity every single day. I think the most important thing for enjoying your mornings as a mom who sleeps in is ditching the guilt. I know we're preached this message over and over that you have to wake up before your kids and it's life-changing and blah, 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 whatever. Okay, whatever, cool. I'm glad that's working for some people, like genuinely good for you. We have to take that and filter it for the life that we're in. And I have been pregnant or had a newborn pretty much my whole time as a mom. So I'm not the girl to be getting up before my kids. And also people always just say, you don't have to get up much before them, just 15 minutes. Sorry, but what? Like, my kids don't wake up at the same time every day. I'm not gonna try to wake up 15 minutes before them because in the seasons that I have tried that, either they end up getting up right away then, especially if they're in my bed, or then I'm just up for an hour that I don't want to be awake and they end up sleeping in that day. I don't know. I don't understand it. But really, only you can decide how you want your mornings to function. And maybe productivity isn't the #1 standard for your mornings. It's not for mine. I just want to have a slow, sweet morning. I want us all to be fed. I want us all to be resting and snuggling and just enjoying our time together. Time together and food. Those are my 2 priorities for my mornings. So like I said, ditching that guilt piece is essential because if you are constantly feeling guilty that you didn't wake up sooner, you're not going to enjoy your calm, slow morning. And can you be a peaceful person in the morning? I know some people wake up before their kids because they want to get their heart right and start the day with God and all that good stuff. So you might want to ask yourself, are you able to sleep in, wake up with your kids and still do that, still commit the day to God and still be a peaceful presence in their life? And of course, every day might be a little bit different, but overall, if you're able to do that, if you're able to wake up, say a quick prayer, commit the day to God, and be a peaceful presence for your kids, then you're fine. You don't need to wake up before your kids. I can almost just stop the video here. Done. All of my kids go to bed in their own beds, but lately, both of my older kids end up in our bed by the morning, and I love waking up with them. It's the sweetest thing. I find when they wake up in their bed, they wake up and they're yelling mommy, or worse, they're yelling daddy, and I have to go break their heart every morning and tell them that he's at work again. But if they're in my bed, they wake up so calmly and sweetly just because I'm right there and they're with me already. I know this season won't last forever, but honestly, I feel like it's the best of both worlds for us lately. So I've been loving just waking up with my kids. Sometimes if I wake up a little bit before them or they're just calmly, I don't know, talking to their lovey or reading a book or whatever, that actually gives me a few seconds to pull out my Kindle and read a devotional. You could get Bible Time Take Back on your Kindle. That's my devotional for toddler moms. It's $2.99 on Kindle. Go grab it. Or just grab the paperback, keep it next to your bed. Or I'll read a chapter of the Bible, and that's great. I don't consider it a requirement to start my day in the Bible because I know I will have an opportunity to read the Bible at some point in my day. But it's always nice when we get a slow wake up like that. And then we go out, we make breakfast together, and then we're all fed, we have time together, and that's my 2 priorities met right there. So because I do sleep in, of course there are a few things that have to happen to make that a peaceful experience. A few things that I want to do, usually the night before, to make sure it's a smooth experience, especially once we get out into the kitchen. And I think that's what helps our mornings be peaceful, because I plan for them to start that way with my kids, with us all getting up at once. So I think it's really important to know what's for breakfast. For me, that's easy. We have the same thing every single day. We have sourdough oat pancakes and eggs from our chickens. I basically always make pancakes, but I only make them every other day, and then we have leftovers on the second day. If I'm making pancakes that day, they're sourdough, so naturally they have to be kind of prepped the night before. All of the wet ingredients are together fermenting that flour, and then I usually have a separate dish that has some oats, some baking powder, and what else do I put in? Cinnamon, salt. I have all that together so I can just kind of dump and mix and go. And of course, for me to have a peaceful morning, my kitchen needs to be ready to use. This is the one thing that is my absolute must before I go to bed. I need to have the dishwasher at least started, but lately I've been loving running it right after dinner and then having time to unload it before bed, because then I don't even have to unload it in the morning. It's truly just the best thing. But I know there are certain things in the kitchen that will really upset me, like an irrational amount, especially when I'm in that place of kind of just waking up. If the pan I need for pancakes is dirty, that's gonna infuriate me. So I do usually clean the full kitchen every night before bed, but I especially make sure those dishes that I use every single day are ready for me to go the next morning. If for some reason we are leaving the house, honestly, usually those times are pretty flexible, and I will choose sleeping in over being on time. Not gonna lie. But if we are leaving the house, I'll try to make sure that's a leftover pancake day, so I'm not making fresh pancakes. And if I'm able, I'll pull out the kids' clothes for that day. I'll pack a bag, get things ready so that after breakfast we can just get out the door. Another thing that helps me feel at peace about sleeping in is that I rest in the evenings. I know for a lot of women who get up before their kids, they say it's not necessarily to be productive, it's actually just to have a little bit of me time, spend some time with God, read a good book, whatever it might be. But I really try to prioritize doing that in the evening. I usually have a nice hot bath, read a book, try to go to bed early, and that leaves me ending the day feeling really fulfilled and feeling like I've done everything I need to. So I'm able to start the next day and hit the ground running because I ended the day feeling rested. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like the way I go to sleep translates to the way I wake up. So if I'm at peace when I go to sleep, I'm at peace when I wake up. And then, like I said, I also find a different time to read the Bible. If it happens first thing in the morning, great. If not, I have other touch points during my day that I read the Bible, so I know that time is coming. I don't have to beat myself up about not getting up early and starting the day that way. So let me know your thoughts below, where you're at. Do you get up with your kids? Do you swear by getting up before them? Let me know. If you want to stick around here, definitely hit the subscribe button and send this to a friend you think it might bless.